Court case. Let's get this work.
All right, now, if more is not important, it's not a status, it doesn't mean nothing. We have a court. It's called the Moore Supreme Court Equity and Truth. It's in Baltimore, Maryland. This is our registration number that we registered, we trademark as a court.
What case have the Moors ever won?
We got this, but we gonna go.
I know.
All right.
I'm glad you asked.
Wait, let me get to this. Now, if moral status doesn't mean nothing, I'm showing y'all that we have a court, right? You can see this. It's called the Moore Supreme Court Equity and Truth, established in Baltimore. We do this under the Prophet Noble Drug League's authority. We have a case here. I want the Moore to read this case.
It's long.
Listen to this, people.
Listen up.
If Moore's nationality is not important, and it has no type of, if Moore's nationality is not important, and it doesn't have no type of weight and status, I showed you that we have a court established in Baltimore. It's trademarked, it's registered. Now this is what happened with our court.
It's long. This is from a hearing. This is a ruling right here. Notice of filing. Notice of removal. Attached case removed. Notice of removal to Moorish Supreme Court of Equity and Truth.
Wait a minute. Y'all you heard what I just said?
Do y'all know what a notice of removal is? When you okay, good. When you go to court and say you want to take the court, you don't think the court that has the jurisdiction, they don't have jurisdiction, and you want to remove to another court, you want to put it into place into another court. So you might be dealing on a state court, and you want to remove to federal court.
That's not status correction, is it?
So from the European court, the case originated in the European court and was removed to our Moorish court. It's long.
Now y'all show me any so-called black people that has the ability to take a case from the U.S. Supreme Court, and that they recognize that they take it from their court and remove it to the Moorish Supreme Court Equity and Truth. Can anybody show me that?
Can I see the paper? Can I see?
Just don't give out the person's personal information.
No.
Yeah.
So
the case was removed. It was a remove from, imagine you got a case and we say, you know what, he's not black, Negro, or color, he's a Moorish American. You have no jurisdiction. That case has to be removed to our court. And they got to remove your case to our court because you got to be judged by your own peers. Europeans are not your peers. So they have to remove the case to a Moorish court for you to be judged. We got the proof right here that the case was removed to our court in Baltimore, the Moorish Supreme Equity and Truth. So Moorish status is not something that is fake and fictitious. Well, how was the case removed to our court then from them?
Islam. Islam.
And now we're gonna show you a case. It's called the Jack Lee's Bay case. When there's more, a matter of fact, who's gonna get into it more? The Jack Lee's Bay. You got the case on you more?
No, I don't have the case. I got the. Well, he's gonna cover the Negro or black.
Well, he's gonna go to the Jack Lee Bay's case. What happened?
So you think? Here's your paperwork back, right? Here's your paperwork back, right? Okay. So now,
go into Jack Lee's Bay.
Okay. So what year was this done?
This was just done.
Yeah, this was
like
done,
3 years
right?
ago. Yeah.
So when did you bring this court into? When did you bring this court into being? With this jurisdiction? When did you bring this?
Our court was established about 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago,
You
right?
hear me more?
Okay. So now I respect that, and it is a strategy of our people attempting to do work and get justice in these Americas. I respect that, and I respect.
It fell 2011.
I respect. I respect some of that, and I respect that work. That's not what we're talking about, really.
This is part.
No, this is because it has been.
Y'all claim that Moore is not a status.
No.
That doesn't mean nothing. Let me just say. Y'all say that. Wait, let me just say something. Y'all say Morris don't mean that it's not a status. Show me any of y'all Negro, black, or colors that could take a case that y'all and remove to your Negro, black, or color court.
Because our situation is that we find that no matter what we do, these courts are unfair. So at some point, no, because it is a strategy. How long do you think the American government is going to continue this type of work? Now, when I do my debate, I do have cases where it is binding right now in federal court, specifically talking about the Moors and jurisdiction and what they will allow you to do and not do. But I respect that work. But I'm just trying to say is that you think through partnership with the Europeans, you're not forcing anything here.
It is forcing. What are you talking about?
This is not forcing.
Okay,
this is a notice. First of all, it was a filing of a notice of removal. That's all it was. It's a filing of no removal, right? Into your courts, right? Now, you actually believe that this system, this government of the United States is going to do this paperwork for how long? How long you think? Do you think that they're just and correct? Okay, I don't think so.
Islam, peace. Let me, first of all, we're not supposed to be in their courts. The courts are controlled by Christian and white supremacy. That's why you challenge the jurisdiction and bring it to your own nation, to your own court. Let me ask you, Brother Sarnetta, what would you rather have? Your own court amongst your own peers, or a court where you are racist Europeans dealing with white supremacy?
Well, all of us will say, of course, our own.
There you go. There you go. So this is major. This is monumental. Why would you want to be?
Let's calm this down for a minute. Y'all acting like this is something light.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Y'all acting like this is something light.
Hold on. Oh, my brother.
Y'all acting like this is something like we just showed y'all how many brothers is going to jail getting 30 years or 100 years life in jail for nothing.
Slavery.
And we showing y'all right now that we as Moors got a court that's established in 2011 that they removed the case from their court to our court. How many of y'all brothers and sisters would be home right now if they had a court, the case removed to our court, that they could be judged amongst their own peers? They might not be in jail for 100 years, 30 years right now.
Black cities, that's a better strategy. If we take over black cities,
so
that's a better strategy.
y'all looking at this.
Then we run the court.
Y'all looking at this. Y'all looking at this like this is something light. Who does this? Show me anybody else that had a court case removed to their own court. This is what the Prophet Noah Jolie has established, and we added on to his foundation. Status is the order. Nationality is the order of the day. It plays its role. It has a point. Now, More's gonna get into Jack Lee's Bay case. This was a brother who had a case that he used his status, and I wish we brought. I thought the case would be so
right.
Show y'all right.
Islam.
It was changed. What year was it?
Islam. Well, before I hit Jack Lee's Bay, because we dealing with scholarship, I wanna talk about two more historical points of references. One was Abdul Rahman. Research Abdul Rahman from out of Othello's Children. This man was enslaved as a Negro, black, colored for 40 years. He was enslaved for 40 years. His name was Abdul Rahman. He wrote the King of Morocco. He was freed. He was recognized as a Moorish prince. He was freed based on his Moorish status. This is a historical case. Actually, the brother Mos Def narrated. It was on PBS. It was on Channel 13. Abdul Rahman case. Another case I want to talk about is 1682, the Negro Act. What that act did was it combined the quote-unquote African and quote-unquote Indian and created this status called Negro. So what they did was something called paper genocide. They erased your history on paper. The individual who followed up on this was an individual named Walter Plecker. He was head of the Census Bureau from 1913 to 1945. What Walter Plecker did was he reclassified indigenous Moors, quote-unquote Africans, as black, Negro, and colored in the Census Bureau and on their birth certificate.
Yeah, just to add on to that, because you've traveled with me to the Shinnecock where my people are from. Who the fuck are the Shinnecock?
Our people, I got the pictures.
Thank you.
The Shinnecock. I'm gonna show the picture of the Shinnecock. Now, lastly,
How did they declassify the Montauk? Through the census.
through the system, they said the Montauk of Long Island were too black. They were too dark. So they said they were extinct. So they did something again called paper genocide. Another person you can research is Carl Von Leno. Plecker of Virginia. Head of the Census Bureau, 1913, 1945, a no enough cap. I didn't even got to read it. You could also, again, you're dealing with the Shinnecock, the Montauk. Carl Leno, he was a zoologist from Germany. He is the one who created the whole caste system dealing with race. He said Africans are black, Americans are red, Chinese are yellow, and Europeans are white. His name is Carl Van Leno. and John and Boodham Black. These were Europeans. They were what you call eugenics. They were dealing with eugenics. They were white supremacists. In the last case, I'm gonna start off and let my brother finish. It's the Jack Lee's Bay case. This is a case where Moors was a major case with an international drug ring, and it implicated one brother who was from our temple who was a Moor. Hold this.
Are there quote unquote white Moors?
No.
No, that's not real. No, they ever said it is.
Jack Lee's Bay. Jack Lee's Bay.
Sure, just give it. We gotta finish.
This is Jack Lee's Bay case.
Lord Abba said there are white Moors.
Who's Lord Abba?
Not in court.
Sheikh Wayel.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
You can finish. Let you finish talking about the Jack Lee's Bay case. I don't have it.
said there was white Moors as well.
No, he call him Tawny
This is
Moors.
called- Let me just show the
Tawny.
picture. Carl Van Leno. That's Carl Van Leno. Do your research. He's the one who was calling Africans black, not us. Not us. Carl Van Leno. Those who want to call yourself black, you might consider having a Carl Van Leno's day. Take the day off from work, hang his picture up above your cubicle. Carl Van Leno, 1775.
They're about to have a month dedicated to him in a few days.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Moors from the Philippines, the Moros.
The Moro.
From the Philippines, they were deadly.
They still busting their gun.
You know why they called Europeans, what they call themselves, leathernecks? Because they was decapitating them. They was taking their head off with the scimitar.
Up until this very day, they are still at war with them out there with the church.
Let me go. Let me show one picture. Oh, here's another picture right here. Global. Here's another picture. You know what that is, Sarnetta? In the middle of the picture, kind of blurry. That's Carlos Cooks. With the Garveites, with the fezzes, baby. Carlos Cooks with the fezzes. Oh my. Hey, Reggie, you a Garveite? Where your fez at, brother? Reggie, you a Garveite?
Let me jump so. Carlos Cook, the one that gave the colors of the red, black, and green.
Oh!
Look at Roy Bay.
Yo, Roy.
He can't even roll down the window.
It's
right?
not Roy. Hey,
Roy, come on, man.
hey, here's the Native American brother with a fez and a 5-pointed star.
Hold on, wait. Get that camera on there. Get that camera on there. Get that camera on there.
Hold up. Let's see, because brother said we never seen Native Americans wearing fezzes in Moorish garb. 5-pointed star on the fez. His fez look better than mine. Oh man, let me show some more.
Not even on camera. We'll be cutting them up.
Hold up.
Chop them up right there.
I want to read this one. I like this one. This one for Reggie. Europeans taught for centuries that Africa had no written history, literature, or philosophy, claiming Egypt was other than African, with roughly 1 million manuscripts were found in Timbuktu, Mali, covering rulers, all fields of human knowledge, law, sciences, and medicine. In Timbuktu, that was the height of learning.
That's right.
In Timbuktu, under the Mali Empire, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa.
It was invaded by Morocco.
Invaded by Al Mansour. It was invaded. It was stolen property.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to pull that small time stuff on Dr. Reggie.
Source, get in here. Got no academics.
No academics. Here's another sister. Whoa. They was wearing feathers here in the
He
Americas.
left his books at home. That's all it is, brothers. Rest assured.
Okay.
Yo, my man.
What the fuck?
Reggie, that could be your sister, Reggie. Hey, Reggie, she got eyes like you. Reggie, she thought, yeah. Reggie, she got eyes like you, Reggie.
Now, who is it?
Native American sister. No one in particular, but she's wearing a fez.
She's got the star, right?
That's right.
We got turtles too.
Washita. Hey. Look at that. Big Buffalo. Hey, blow the horn. Who got the horn? Blow that horn, man.
Buffalo people are. They don't know who the Buffalo people are.
The Buffalo people.